Hi guys, welcome again. We've been talking about various ways to save money, especially our 150. That was like our biggest or the longest episodes that we had in the last week. How 150 ways, like 50 ways to save money in three different episodes, and plus we had a bonus last time that we talked about the minimalization, right? Minimalism, where we talked briefly about where you can, how you can minimize your expenses, and it's a very quick video. And because of that, we're kind of trying to extend or expand on everything that we talked about in the last few weeks, and now we're going to focus on the same topic in a different way. We talked about 150 ways of savings, and then we talked about minimalism. And instead of talking about how, we're going to talk about where, like what are the targeted areas that you can use this minimalism and save some money. For an example, we're going to be talking about food, housing, entertainment, transportation, health, and education real quick in this video.
That's right. Yeah. So for some people, like if you just give them nuggets, they don't normally get that actually. So this is for the audiences that who actually would like to see a big picture, right? They want to see housing. They're spending a lot of money on the housing side of it. How do you save it? Like think about housing. What are the expenses on the housing? Like you need to take that into categories. That's why we split this into 6 different categories, guys. So if you can save money on these each categories using the method that we described before, also we are going to tell you like how can you where can you target in each one of them, right? So that is what we're going to talk about. The 6 categories are like you said: housing, food, transportation, entertainment, health, and education, right?
Because these are the ones that people spend money on, right?
Right, right.
So these are the
It's
ones.
all the categories. It's kind of
Yeah.
in there, everything in there. Think about housing. Like we already talked about downsizing, housing, and all those. But we're not going to talk about in this one. We are going to talk about subcategories. So, within the housing categories, what are the expenses? Mortgage, rent, utilities, right? And then the home insurance, HOA, right? If you have a house, and then the taxes, you probably have to pay property taxes. So that's about it. So if we can, for the mortgage, we talked about, we just wanted to give you a few examples, right? For the
We talked
mortgage.
about the how part in a different episodes and so many other episodes. So we're going to talk about the subcategories.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And if you
But
have any questions, let us know, because you might have missed some of these episodes. So please let us know if you need details of any of these subcategories. So sorry.
right, no, I just wanted to mention, just for example, right? We already mentioned it, but if you want to save money on the mortgage or in a mortgage, right? You have to pay. There are so many steps that we mentioned in a different episode. You guys go and watch it. But for example, like if you pay the mortgage in a biweekly, you're going to save like 5 years worth of mortgage. That itself is going to save a lot of money. So that's just an example. We are not going to go every one of them.
Yeah.
And then the next one is a food. Like if you think about food, we also covered a lot of things, right,
Yeah.
Ravi? On the food. So
Especially during this time, take use it as a habit. Like, instead of eating out, do it at home and purchase bulk and freeze them and eat. So these kind of regular, smaller things, because like we always said, like these are the ones that people spend a lot of money on without even realizing. So do those little things right.
right, yeah. But if you guys want to know, if you we already covered in multiple different videos, but if you want to know, we can do the how part of it in the next video. Just let us know in the comment down below. But within the food, like basically, like you could buy in multiple like places, and you can save money. That's what we can cover. There are like at least 10 ways you can reduce expenses in the food. Next one is a transportation. Like I think we talked about car,
Carpooling.
right?
Yeah.
Downsizing the car and travel, yeah, and carpooling and all those things that you can take care of it. And then the entertainment, right? Then the entertainment, you can kind of think about the cable and the internet, right? And anything that movie you are watching movies or renting movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Can you able to have only one streaming service? Can you able to have streaming service instead of cable? All this you can reduce a lot of money there
and
too.
and and also, if you have like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, HBO,
Disney.
extra for HBO too, right? But
Yeah.
are you using HBO like every freaking day? Like probably not. And you have so many good movies on Amazon Prime itself. Amazon Prime itself gives you free movies, a lot of free great movies. And also, you don't have to have. I personally don't think you have to have all those three: Hulu, Prime, and Netflix. But still, if you do, at least get rid of one of them. Like for an example, HBO that you're not using. So just a quick one again.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think we just wanted to give you some ideas, right, where the money is going out, right, for you. This will help you on your budgeting too. Like if you just budget, when you budget using these categories, the 6 categories that we are mentioning now, it's going to save you a lot of money. And while you're budgeting, you can kind of say what you're using now, how much it's going to cost you. Can you consolidate that? Can you get rid of it? Can you share that with other people? Like Hulu, and you're talking about maybe somebody else can pay Hulu and you pay Netflix, and then you share the Netflix with them, they can share the Hulu with you, right? Something like that. If you really want to have it, right? Those kind of things that when you're budgeting, that we can actually have a different episode on that. But this episode is just like where can you target, which category, different expenses category you can target to reduce your expenses, save more money. um, what is the next one, right? I think
Next
it's
one is the health. We
health.
got two more: health and education.
Yeah, health. I think the like look at what are the different subcategories in your health, right? Insurance, the major ones that you probably pay your health insurance, and maybe some other things like co-pays and all those things that you can just add up. Those are the expenses. How can you reduce that? How can you, like, your spouse probably have a different insurance with her employer, with his employer. Look at their rate, because
Yeah.
it's can you go to HSA? Can you do FSA? Can you do HRA? Like, there are so many categories in there, right?
Right.
Or can you do Affordable Care Act, ACA, right? So all those things you can look for when you shop around. It's always like around October, November. You can shop around. It's an open period. Look for it. If you have an employee working full time, get that like look for the entire amount based on how much time you actually go to the doctor. You have to take care of that. Based on that, you just assess your where you can target to get rid of it, right? Reduce the expenses there. And then I think the last one is education expenses
Last one
and
is education
childcare.
or childcare.
Yeah, so your kids' education, your childcare, probably one of the biggest one. But if your
But
kid is in the
it's like
school,
another
right?
mortgage. So
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
really think of ways to save money out of that.
Yeah, but think about if you can do a childcare in a different way, like maybe combine with the other family, right? We have done that. Other people have done that. You combine with like within the same neighborhood, you have one nanny take care of like 5 kids or 3 kids or something like that. You will pay very less, and also on the education expenses, if you can go to public school, right? And for the college, you can do community college, 2-year community college, and then you could transfer to a bigger college. All right, 2-year community college is going to cost you 1/4, maybe 1/10 of the cost of the
Yeah.
actual college. So
And also when it comes to daycare, childcare, when some people used to do this home daycare, which is a little step ahead of what you mentioned, like the neighborhood, the neighbor has one nanny taking care of 7 to 8 kids, and step ahead of that is a home daycare system. Again, people have their preferences. Okay, I also have preferences, but it's totally up to you. But there are still ways, like if you're running out of options, these are the options that you can think of. It's not like we're saying you have to do this in order to save. No, I mean, these are some options that you can think if you're probably on the verge of losing a job, or if you have already lost a job, or you have some bigger bills to pay and all that. So these are the things that you can, because we're talking about downsizing, right? And it's not about getting rid of everything full, and you're going for full throttle. No, downsizing, you're still going for daycare, but a little minimalized way.
right, yeah. Think whenever you do a saving money, think about all these categories, guys, like categories and subcategories: housing, food, transportation, entertainment, health, and education expenses.
Yeah.
If you just have that in mind and write it down and know exactly what's coming in, what's going out, and where can you save money, and I think you will see that picture right there when you write down. So that's all for today, guys. Hopefully you liked it. If you like it, just don't forget to like and comment down below and share the video with somebody you know. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you, guys.